A lot of people say that you can't practically clean an oil sight glass such as this one. And I want to share how I cleaned one that I did have the access to the back of. So this one is off of a Bridgeport 6F power feed. And this sight glass was completely covered in black sludge. And you couldn't see anything through it. You could shine a flashlight through the back and you wouldn't even see any signs of light coming through. Because we have access to the back of it with this cover removed, what I had done was put a bunch of cleaner inside. In my case, it was the purple simple green solution. I tore little pieces of paper towel, about like this, soaked them in kind of the puddle I had going here, and then I shoved them into one of the holes with either a toothpick, or in this case, this is a straw from a spray can, and packed this whole thing full of them. So shoved kind of as hard as I could without breaking the toothpick or bending this too much. And once the whole thing was full and I saw the paper towel starting to come out the other hole, then I used a small piece of wire. In this case, it's a offcut of guitar string that I bent a little hook in. And I used that to go through each hole and kind of push and pull the pieces around if I could. Or I just started, if I couldn't really do that because of how tightly it's packed, I went in here and just started hooking the piece of paper towel and pulling them out. Then I would rinse it with water, blow it out with some air, and then repeat that a few times. I would, push the paper towel in one hole, pull it out the other, then do the opposite, kind of refine my technique of pushing them around. And ultimately, I got this quite clean in terms of I would be able to see the oil level. Even though the old print inside this is somewhat visible where it says level. And, I practically, you want to keep the oil level in the middle of the sight glass, and for what it's worth, that text is kind of visible as a reference, maybe at the top of that text. So that's how I got this cleaned up. It's a significant improvement from before, and I figured I would take a shot at cleaning this instead of just replacing it. Decent replacements seem like they're about $30, $25 or so shipped. And I figured, hey, if I can clean it today, save it, rescue it, use it, then I don't have to spend that $30. I don't have to spend the time pressing this out, pressing a new one in, trying to get it to seal. I know this one seals. And I don't know, I'm not generating the garbage of throwing this out as well. And, that impatient aspect of wanting to fix something we're working on, now this is ready for me today instead of having to wait a week plus the time to push a new one in. 10 minutes of work, cleaned up pretty nice. Hope that helps somebody.